Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ryan Cultastic. It has been a while since I've been live, and I just thought I would hang out and see what everyone was up to. If anybody wants to come chat, hang, discuss anything you want to bring up, let me know. I got my friend James with me. I'm going to unmute him. It might be a little bit loud. He's in the car. Sorry, you're just going to have to deal with it so we can chit chat too. So, hey, James.
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
All right. What are you up to tonight?
Well, as you said, I'm in my car, so I'm heading to work. So I'll be there probably in about 10ish or so minutes, so the background noise should diminish.
I'm sure it's dealable withable. No
Dealable
worries.
with a bowl.
Dealable withable. We can dealable withable it. It's not a
just
problem.
don't give me no bull. That's all I care about.
No bull to give. Speaking of which, I got to make sure I figure out my bull for tomorrow.
Right?
Tomorrow's bullshit. Tomorrow's news
I've,
bullshit.
I've got my stuff together.
Well, congratulations.
Hey, somebody's got to stay on top of it.
Somebody's got to do the work.
That's right. Carry the
Oh,
load.
hey. Oh, of course I
Hey, Derek.
do. Of course I do. So I haven't really been around recently. I was taking a little bit of a break while I was trying to figure out what was happening with like Palestine and stuff. I had a lot of learning to do. But now I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about everything. I'm ready to talk about shit. So yeah, I mean, you let me know.
Hey,
I think I sent you an email.
you could be a surprise guest on our show for tomorrow morning. But I
That's
think
all.
that's too early because he moved to the other side of the country now.
Oh, did you move, Derek? I don't know if he's still here. Let me know when you come back if you want to meet up or anything. I could drive out to Harrisburg again.
Oh
That would
yes,
be
because
fun.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you. I was going to do it tomorrow morning, but Mary is coming for the going to PA for the atheist convention,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
she also wants to celebrate her birthday while she's there, and she wanted to see if you and I'm already trying to come with my wife to for it and everything to go celebrate her birthday with her at the very least.
Yeah, that would be fun. Let me know. That would be a good time. Oh,
Yeah, it would
you're in
be.
York, PA? Okay. You'll have to positive vibes. Are you in the Discord? I'm not sure if you know that we have a Discord. I can put it in the chat. Just give me a second. I have to find it. Sorry. There we go. It is a safe space, so keep that in mind. Everybody's welcome.
Yep,
Always
we
have to
have
give the
some
disclaimer.
good chats in there too sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, positive vibes. Like, I don't even know what Discord is. I just figured it out not too long ago myself, and I still struggle with going to Discord. I get upset when I get caught in rooms, and I'm like, how do I get back to the other room? What room was that I was talking to people?
And then on the phone, they just updated it recently and changed the layout on it, so it's like
Yep.
looking it all over again. It's like, damn it!
Yep. Nope. Today was the first day I've used it, and I was like, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. That was. I think I messaged you, and I was like, I don't like it. I'm going to go to my computer. It's like, no, I'm not digging this. Oh yeah, Derek. I mean, I don't know if Derek is still. I can't tell, but I guess I should probably pull up my YouTube. Womp womp. But yeah, Derek, you're always welcome wherever we are, wherever that may
Yep.
be. Oh my
And
god, I
if you
don't.
don't know who I am, I'd love to have you too, Derek, on my channel sometime. So
Yes, everybody here are really good people. A lot of them are former Jehovah's Witnesses. Look at this shit. Ugh, it's getting better. You can't see it, but this is all red for me scratching because now that it's healing, it's just itching. and I'm
Ooh,
wake. I'm no, and I'm not doing it really consciously, but it's just in the middle of the night. I wake up and I'm like,
right, right. Well, I'm glad it's healing at least, because that looks miserable.
Thank you. Just say it's ugly. That's fine.
Okay,
I
it's
don't
ugly, but
mind.
it's still miserable to live with.
Yes, it's freaking miserable AF, let me tell you. But anyway, feeling better, doing better. I've I don't know if I told everybody, but I got on oh shit, that's right. I didn't take my medicine today. You know, medicine does not help you if you don't take it. Just saying. That's one of my issues is I ADHD don't remember to take the damn meds. But I think I'm finally feeling better, but like socially
The
just
best thing
dealing
I
with
found,
this shit is hard. What?
I don't know what your schedule is like for you, but like for me, I have a schedule when I take my medicine. I have my ADHD meds. I take one before I go into work, and then I take one at lunchtime while I'm at work. I always have it in my lunchbox on me, so I don't forget to with me to work. And I have
Right.
my schedule when I take it, and it really helps if you have a set schedule and a set place that they're at to have them right there for that schedule.
Now, when you say a set schedule, are you saying you put alarms on your phone?
Actually, I don't have to because I've gotten into such a routine of doing it now on my schedule
Okay.
that I don't need an alarm. You might need to do that to start off with, but once
I'm
you
like,
get that routine, I know
okay.
it. I know, and then for setting that
Do I
alarm and
trust
to start
myself?
that routine.
Yeah, I had been doing really well, and then I don't know, my brain's just been off in the distance with everything. I'm just not feeling myself, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more myself. So need to take action with it and get some ish done.
That's right.
That's right. Oh, that's
Take that action.
I I did have a story, and now I don't remember one that I was going to look into. Did I put it down or not? Oh man, I tell you what. I was in and out of so many different books today just reading. Did you get a good rest today? Did you sleep well?
I slept well, just not long enough, but that's okay. I had to take two of my kids for physicals this morning, and then I was going to try to sleep in a little bit, but the wife came home and she is not feeling well. She's taking tomorrow off
Uh-oh.
from work. She's not feeling so
Uh-oh.
well. So, yeah, we've been having this bug go around the house.
That shit sucks. I do not miss that when the tornado just kind of goes around from person to person. Never fun.
Yeah,
Thankfully my kids
no,
had pretty good immune systems, but you can't you can't stop everything from traveling to person to person.
no, you can't. So it was my youngest son, then it was my middle son, then it was my daughter, now it's my wife. It's like it's going in order of youngest to oldest, which is kind of
Mm.
crazy the order it's going in. So, and that means I'm last, and that also means I'm the oldest in the house. So, I'm hoping I can miss that out on that prediction.
Yeah, miss me with that shit, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please and thank you. Um, uh, so anything else new with you?
Uh, oh. Well, I actually took off 4 days this weekend to extend my dog room because of all the
Oh,
puppies I
wow.
got. So
You're gonna make
remember
it builder bigger?
I already did. So
Oh,
you know
damn.
how I had the kennels I showed you? They were like the blue and the tan colored, right?
Mhm.
Well, I that was about half that room, and over the weekend I made that entire room a dog area where I made a whole nother floor. And I put up some other new walls around the room to protect my house walls from the dogs, and now that whole area is a puppy area, so they have more room to play around and roam around in than they did.
Oh, that's good. I'm sure they love that.
Oh yeah, the challenging part was so there's a side door on my room there that goes to the um, it goes to the deck on the side of my
Your
house there,
in your recording room or your dog room?
my dog room,
Okay.
which is also right next to my recording room on the other side of the wall.
Oh,
So,
okay. It's probably why
but
we can hear them so good.
yeah, it is. And so I had to actually, I didn't want it to be on the actual floor of the house because I didn't want no mess being able to seep through to that part of the house. So that's why I built another subfloor, and I put all the linoleum and everything on top of that. But I also needed to be able to open that side door. So cut, I made that floor lowered from the new subfloor, but raised from the old floor. So I had this little like indentation step down. That was a little bit of a trick to build, but I got it. I'll show
Nice
you.
job.
I think there should be pictures. There's pictures in the pet section of our Discord server you can look at.
You see, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't like I honestly hate moving from room to room because I just don't, I'll start a conversation and then think I'm somewhere else and forget that I'm not.
Yeah.
That's just called laziness. I understand, but it is what it is.
No, I think that's part of ADHD though. You know,
Yeah,
it's so many things to take in. Your brain just can't physically process it all, and you just need to simplify it and just keep to one room and stay there.
that's what works for me.
Yes.
That's
Go to your
that
room, Ryan.
go to my room, and because I didn't even want to, like, I hated the fact that I have to now have all these different social media applications to be able to reach all the people I want to reach. So I have a minimum that I'm able to do with each. And one of the minimums is like, I don't always reply to my comments like I should. Like, I think I'm expending my energy in so many places.
Yeah,
Need to
yeah.
kind of wind it all up and get my operation with some kind of mythology. Mythology. Yeah,
Mythology.
I probably need a little mythology too, along with my methodology.
Well, your vision for your mythology needs to be on point, and then that way you could have some myth vision.
Good way to parlay and plug there, James. Sure Derek will appreciate that.
And if
Um,
anybody hasn't subscribed to Myth Vision, go ahead and subscribe to it. It's a great channel, a lot of good information on
yeah,
there.
if you haven't subscribed to that channel, you're like something isn't wrong with you, but you must have missed the boat on something.
That's
You
right.
you've not
You,
caught
you
the
missed the arc. The door closed on you.
That's what I was trying to say, but for some reason I couldn't think of arc, and I was thinking cruise ship. I was like, it's not
I knew where you were going.
but you know what's so I don't know if you've seen all the people with the videos of the cruise ships. There's like this 9-month cruise ship, and people are just like, I don't know how if I could, or maybe it's 6 month, excuse me. I don't know if I could live on a boat for 6 months with just a bunch of different strangers, like eating with them all the time. Like, I don't know. That's a lot. But
Well,
anyway, if you go on Discord, you should be able to take that link I have up here, and you
just
might
you should just
you,
be able to click on that link, and it'll if you have the app and you're registered, just click on that link, and it'll take you into the server automatically. And all you have to do is accept the invite, and you'll be in our Discord.
okay. So there you go. It should work if you just click that link up there. I guess I could just repost it. What's the big deal? There we go. Boopity boop. Okay. Yeah, we don't always. And we're mostly in the, which room is it?
The general chat.
Yeah, we're usually in. Oh my God, see, we do have so many. Maybe we should have cleaned it up. I don't freaking know. But we do have different places where we post things to keep it organized. And I respect that. And I think that honestly just makes a lot of sense. I just don't check those rooms as often as I should. But general chat is where we are. And sometimes it gets really hopping in there, and then it can be dead for days. There'll just be one or two people saying like good morning, and then that's it.
So, do you mind if I give a little plug for tomorrow's show?
Oh no, go ahead.
So, for any of those who are watching right now, we have Apostate Weekly tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. I actually have a couple stories that I'm going to bring up directly from the JW website. Because sometimes
What's they got
some of their
going on?
some of their stuff can be it's just
Vomit
so
inducing?
cringy. Yeah, just the way they do things, you know. And did you know that on the website? And I just found this the other day, and that's why I added it to my stories for the week. They actually have a section in their website to show how many people are imprisoned for their beliefs and which country they're from.
Of course they do. Because they have like a scoreboard, a leaderboard of how many
Yeah.
people are willing to like
So
die for the religion or go to jail for the religion or whatever. Oh,
so we got that coming up, and we also have uh,
you like that,
a
huh?
murder story that I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about, but we're going to talk
Uh-oh.
about that story as well.
Well, we know that Cain killed Abel, so I don't know if it's a murder mystery or not, but if
Well,
you
the
say
real
so.
mystery is if they were the only family on Earth, how did he go to another city and marry somebody from another city?
Huh? Wait, what? How's that possible? Yeah. And then they're like, "Well, it doesn't say that he doesn't that they didn't have other brothers and sisters." I'm like, "Okay, so he had to marry one of his sisters." And
Yeah.
same with his sisters with the brother, like they were intermarrying. That's not a perfect
And if
family.
and if they didn't have sisters, the mother would have been the only other option.
And I think that people have made that suggestion as well.
Yeah.
I think that that's also a thought. I mean, what else are you
So
supposed to? Yeah, that's the
yeah.
so yeah, and they say that we're weird for not liking the stories in the Bible. Something's wrong with
Un-
us.
unless that's where the original stories of you know shepherds and their goats came from.
Oi.
That's all I'll say on that one.
Oh, stop. So proud.
Yeah, they are. Whom smells no
Right?
persecution complex. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that perpetual victim. Yeah, but that's I had to take like a tiny little break from all the JW content. Oh man, it's a lot. It brings your I feel like it drains my vitality.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
get dumber. I feel like I slip back into that dumb person who's just like, oh, okay, 1 + 1 is 3.
Well, that's the way their propaganda is designed, though. It's when you listen to it, it puts you in that mind-numbing state,
Mm,
and it preps you for
bullshit.
anything they tell you to take in and accept.
You know what? Remember how I don't know if you remember, but I remember how they would tell us like we couldn't do things like yoga, meditation, because when you would put your mind in that kind of relaxed state, that
Hmm.
it left you open for spirits. And
Yep.
I think that in some respect, that's not necessarily true, but when you allow yourself to just be lured into like this sleep, You're just lullabied into this thinking that you're safe. The same thing happens, but it's not evil spirits. You just allow yourself to be groomed by evil people who realize that you're just taking it all in. You think you're safe and it's peaceful, but they're just preparing you for nasty things.
Oh yeah,
Ugh. Oh,
I
it's
agree
so
with that.
evil.
It is.
It's very deceitful, and that is
Hey
what
Eric, how you
is
doing,
so
man?
How you doing, Eric? It's so despicable to
Oh
me.
yeah, it
Ugh.
is.
Ugh.
and
Oh,
and that's why people stay in too, because they don't have to think. They can just stay in that mind numb trance, and they can't take anything in from outside of what they're told.
you're in like that freaking, what is it? It's a feedback loop. You get
Yeah.
stuck at like you're in an echo chamber, feedback loop. It's that circular talk. And I just remember sometimes, people asking questions like at the Kingdom Hall, and everything would always just be redirected. Oh, Jehovah has a plan for everything. That thought stopping technique, and you don't know how to go beyond it. You think that you're doing it because you've asked the questions and you're doing research by reading the Bible along with their literature. So to you, and according to what they tell you, you're doing thoroughly like scholarly type reading, and you think you're like at a college level, and come to find out, like as I'm finding out, girl, you stupid.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially, remember how they used to tell us that by studying
Sorry,
the
y'all.
Awake,
I'm loud.
reading the Awake magazines and Watchtowers, you get the equivalent of a college education? Fuckers, where's my goddamn money for a career that I could have out in the real world with this college education? I'm
I'm just
broke as a
gonna
joke.
I'm just gonna walk myself into like a doctor's office and say like, "Hello there. I can just start running this office now because I've read all these watchtowers. I could be an office manager. Sign
Yeah.
me up. That
And and
counts."
and because of my lessons in creationism, I can do all the sciences that you need me to do. Oh, how did this
And
happen? God did it. How did this happen? God did it. See?
I have the answers. I've done the work. I have all the answers. Yeah, I've and that is exactly what happens to us. We think we know better or think we're doing better because everybody wants to think that you're growing as a person, right? And
Oh
they
yeah.
treat it as such because you're living your life so rigid and constantly dodging these bullets and having to step over what they call stumbling blocks. You do get this feeling of like, wow, like I'm really being one of God's exemplary people because I'm doing all the right things. And it's just meaningless. Like, sorry, like if you're a Jehovah's Witness or whatever and you're watching this, but you're just doing meaningless, empty work to keep you busy so you don't think and you don't ask the real questions and you don't do the real research.
And what really sucks when you leave and you start doing that, you realize that the answers are not as easy as you thought they were.
Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Do you
They
know
are
how hard
way
fucking real
harder.
research is? Holy
Oh
bejesus.
God. Yes, I do. Oh.
Yeah. Now that you have to like look up stuff and know the back information, and you want to get the source, the actual source of the info, like,
And read it in full context,
oh, that's a good one.
you
Imagine how
know?
that could be, things can be taken out of context. Little
Yeah.
ellipses, dot, 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 take out
Yeah.
three sentences or three paragraphs and can
Yeah.
completely change the subject.
Oh yeah. I mean, and the witnesses constantly do that in their literature. And then they in recent times stop showing their work basically by not including the references for who they quote from.
Yep. Or like on the show that we were doing Thursday night with that Dr. Time Waster, and Gobstopper and Tyler, the way that they would, like you mentioned, but the way that they use the quotes, and they'll craft a whole paragraph around twisting a, a really smart scientist to make them look like they're just silly. Like
Yeah,
how silly for thinking that, this, and I'm sorry, I'm just not really good with science, that this could be possible. And you're reading it going, "Oh god, well they mentioned that smart science. They must have done some research here." No, honey. No.
no,
They're tricking you.
because if you ever go and find what they're referencing and look up and read the entire article or whatever it is, usually in the next sentence or two, it'll totally throw out the window what the witnesses are trying to spin it into.
Mhm.
It's
Like,
usually the complete opposite of what they're trying to say, but they'll just, like you said, take this little bit of quote here, fit it into a whole other paragraph of what they put in, and yes, that's for sure, Jay.
dot 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 is
Yes.
exactly what they do. Never really thought about that until now, exactly, what they're doing. And now it's pretty easy to see, because when you start to do deep dives,
And
um
now and nowadays those dots are all on the computer, and it's like, how something's loading on the computer, the dots are bouncing on you, dot.
uh
That's what that,
still
that,
loading.
that's what the Watchtower's propaganda is still doing. Dot. It's still loading because they're still trying to figure out how to manipulate it.
Right. Like, uh, but at least we know. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see what you've pulled out of their website. I haven't really looked on there too recently to see what they've got going on.
I
But
usually try to stay away from it as much as I can, but when I was doing my searches the other day, I saw something on one of the searches, and I'm like, well, let me go check this out and see. And just how it goes sometimes.
I kind of feel like they're due for a website change. Like, I have to say it's a nice website for, your people my age. I think that it's a good website for people my age. But
It's very well done, the website. I give them that.
mhm. Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
easy to find
All for
things.
free. I bet you they probably got a
There's
lot of that for free.
and there's no ads in the background or loading anywhere or anything like that. So
Mhm.
it runs a lot smoother because of that.
Mhm.
However, the stuff they have on it is all to entrap people and snare them into their
Yeah.
religion. So
I ju
it's
I just think if they want fresh blood, or maybe have, like, 2 different websites, like, one for the regular J-dubs, and then, like, I don't know, an extension of that, like a landing page that they get taken to if they're an outsider, because it just seems so boring. It seems
well, I
very
mean,
vanilla.
I think for the average JW who goes onto the website, a lot of times they're going to go on to the main homepage and then go to the JW
Mm,
library and go and do their stuff from there mostly.
right. So they're not probably worried about the J-dubs
Right,
whatsoever.
but the outsider who goes into it that doesn't know about that will go into their main page, look at some of their articles, and that'll be it. They won't go into the library part of it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
that's why it's easy to keep that in the open but still hidden from everybody.
Mhm. Yeah, that's kinda like for the serious lookers, that
Yeah.
that stuff. I wonder how often people really do and then what do they do when they find something that's, like, old and off-putting? Like, are they
They just
bothered
don't
with
they just don't put it up there. Like if you go into their watchtowers online, they go back to like 1950, and the wakes go back to like 1970. So
Mm,
like, why they don't, or if they really want to, they could edit it and change it to whatever they want because it's
yep.
online.
Yep. Yeah,
So
I don't trust that they wouldn't.
that's why it's so important for the community, for those who have that old literature and everything on hard copies, on the old bound volumes and all that, to keep that, because Watchtower cannot erase a book that they printed that's on your shelf.
Exactly. Yeah, I thank everybody who does that. Special I think there's stuff on oh yeah, I know there is because I've read it. There's stuff on Internet Archive.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, everybody who does that work, like you're doing the Lord's work. That is keeping
avoidjw.org has a lot of that stuff too.
yes, that's always a good website, avoidjw.org. Keeping
And
people
I
accountable. Thank you guys. Somebody
and I
has to.
also think Kim and Mikey um, have a website as well. I don't know what theirs is, but they keep an archive of a lot of the old literature too.
Oh, do they? I know they have
Yeah,
records of a lot of different things for, like of their ledger, their money account, and their oh, what do you call it? Like stocks and whatnot,
right.
bonds, etc.
They
So
and they also have keep track of all the Kingdom halls that sell.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. They've been keeping a lot of that information to
Yeah,
keep the JWs accountable because nobody else would who
no,
it would just be going under the radar because nobody's going to look at them. Who would care?
exactly. I mean, if it wasn't for XJW activists, even governments wouldn't care. I mean, but we see a lot of that work is starting to make waves, even with governments. I mean, we just covered the whole Norway trial in over there. If it wasn't for XJW activists, that wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. And all those helping to get the bill passed for the clergy penitent privilege in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And that, and that's people's personal time. Like nobody's getting paid to do this while Watchtower's getting paid by by all their members and all the land they own that they sell.
Oh
They've got
yeah,
there's real people out here having to do real work in the real world to
and
fight
also they've
back.
they've got stocks, and all these military companies and
Oh, I
everything
wanna
too. So
yeah, I'm wondering I'm sure there's somebody they've there has got to be somebody who's made videos about this. I'm sure I've watched them like Kim and Mikey, but they must be making so much money from like what's happening right now and not just Palestine, like Congo, Sudan. I think they was it I'm not sure which, but they either dropped a bomb. I think they dropped a bomb on Sudan the other day. A freaking
yeah,
bomb. Like
yeah.
I'm absolutely disgusted and the profits those companies are seeing right now is astronomical.
Oh
And
yeah.
we're and most a lot of it's coming from us. I mean, we might not have all the supplies here, but we produce a lot of ish here.
Well, I
Has
mean,
our freaking name stamped on it.
we have a lot of stocks of weaponry too in this country.
Mhm.
And for us to give it away like we do, obviously isn't doesn't mean a whole lot to this country because we have a lot more where that came from.
It's so doesn't it just seem so weird to I don't know. Sometimes I think like you're selling all these freaking war machines to people. Like, aren't you afraid at some point like that shit could just come right back at you? I don't know. I'm not
Well,
really
that
sure.
that happened in the Afghanistan countries when they pulled out. They left a lot of their stuff there, and they those people now took our stuff and started using it against us again. So
We are stupid. This country is just a business. Yeah. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but our country is
Yeah,
simply a arms business wrapped up in a
yeah,
package of workers who are getting shit on and have no health care.
yeah. Wrapped up in a package of, the political propaganda to make it seem like we're all justified in doing all this when, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, there is no I mean, we can't pretend that we're so enlightened and then justify this bullshit.
No.
It's it it's so hypocritical and counterproductive to always resort to the easiest tool, which is a fucking bomb. Like,
Yeah.
it's disgusting to me. When can conversations, like, I know that not every situation is perfect. I'm not stupid like that. But this is disgust. We're going fucking broke and poor, man. Like, people are losing their homes left and right. People can't afford their fucking apartments. They can't afford to live.
Yeah.
And we're just fist over fucking foot, hand over foot, whatever the fuck you call it, shitting out money.
And that's where I think a lot of these capitalists are such scumbags, because they create the propaganda that if we go on socialist programs, we're just going to create everybody in the country is going to be dependent on the government. But when you're raising the prices on everything and forcing them to not even be able to live off of a wage, you know that they're earning, you're forcing them to be dependent on us, on the country or somebody else anyways. You're kind of shooting
Yeah.
yourself in the foot.
And I think people, not I think, people are programmed to hear words just like we're programmed to hear apostate and like it's supposed to invoke something in us. And people hear socialism, they go, oh, that's bad. I'm not saying socialism is good, but we already have socialism programs here, like the Medicaid or whatever the fuck. And,
Hmm.
other countries have social, everybody gets, that is a little small part of socialism. There are parts of that, like the whole thing isn't broken. There are parts of that we can take and use that aren't bad, that can actually help everybody, and everybody will get a hand up. But it's the boogeyman because capitalism because
Yeah,
capitalism, that's like the opposite of not the opposite, but it's opposed to capitalism. And
yeah,
how are they going to suck us dry? They can't.
yeah.
They have to use the colonist colonization, capitalism. All those are weapons against us, basically.
Well, hey, with that being said, I need to go ahead
Oh,
and jump
great,
off the stream
thanks.
because
Leave me on a
anytime.
low note. I'm just messing.
Well, I'll leave you on a high note. You get to see me again tomorrow morning.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I hope you have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Well, thank you. You too. And everybody, take care and hope to see y'all tomorrow morning.
Okay. See you, hon.
All right. Bye.
Mm. So, is anything new with anybody? Look at these glasses. Do these age me? Just a scotch. But you know what? I need them. I'm struggling to see, like, I can see my phone like here. I can, and I mean I can still see it here, but like crystal clear is like here. Oh, you're probably like, bitch, I don't know what you're doing. But crystal clear is like here. And I'm used to being able to put my phone wherever to see it. And now I'm kind of like, well, anything here and here, anything from here to here. I know you're like, I think you're a little too high. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, you entered. Oh, okay. Um, I struggle sometimes with Discord. I would just try to copy the link, paste it into your browser, and see what your browser says. Is that what you did? If that's not what you did, try that, because I don't know how to put links into Discord itself. I've never tried it that way. I don't know how to do it. Can't figure it out. I have to do it through the old people way, through the browser. Hey, what the beck? Oh, thanks, Jay. Even though I got freaking scars all over me right now from itching. It feels pretty good. What I've been doing is I've been taking this. It's a little fan. And this is a little, not a memory bar, charging bar. And this, can you hear that? I've been doing this when it itches to try not to itch. It really feels good. This is quite powerful for a little thing. I don't know if you can hear that, but okay, let me take that off. But that has been alleviating a little bit. Where did I just put? Oh, right here. So, but anyhow, I had a video I wanted to film today about Ashura, and I was doing a shit ton of reading, and then I just ran out of time, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll do it right now. And I was like, you know what? I really feel like chatting. I haven't just sat here and said what's up and babbled on for hours on end about nothing. I don't do that much anymore, and I think it's good for people. I think it's good for you just to talk about shit. Sometimes, not all the times, but just sometimes. So what's going on? What's people got going on? What's you doing? Anything new? Any highlights? Lowlights? I have a highlight. I don't know if you saw, but my friend was missing. They have been found. That has made me very happy. So that's good news. Bad news is I am trying to find a book, can't find the book. The book was accessible, I don't know, just a few short weeks ago, and now it's no longer accessible. And I'm pretty sure that there was information in there that I need for the video I wanted to film about Ashura. So I think I'm just going to skip that portion of the book, because sometimes I let little bits of information like that hold me back from talking about it. So I'm like, you know what? You have to stop thinking of things as being perfect, like needing things to be perfect. I don't know if any of y'all do that, but I know I certainly do. I get it in my head that like everything. And I know you probably look at my videos and go, girl, there's no way that you think that your videos are perfect. But when I jam pack them with information, I intend to give, I want to give you all the details. So, I'm not just like pulling your leg. So I was, it was just one. It's not this picture, is it? No. Sometimes I'll take pictures and then put the picture of the book into my notes, because I take so many notes, I get a little lost and confused where I'm getting the information from, because I don't have that kind of memory. I wish I did. Photographic memory. That's not it. Damn it. And so often I run across the issue where with scholarly information, it's so difficult to find it. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you. It is really difficult to find scholarly researched journals or whatever. Oh, positive vibes, you figured it out. Oh, and somebody else popped in too. Mystical Order of Yisrael 777. Welcome. I don't remember what I was saying. Sorry, y'all. Have no idea. Oh, I always run into problems where it's like $50. Like if it was just like a couple bucks, like, okay, like I want to pay people for their work. People deserve to be paid for the work, 100. But damn, I want the information to be out there. I want people to be able to not answer these questions, but to be able to seek out the answer to certain questions. And not everybody's going to want to just pay $100 because some of these books are $100, $200, $300, depending on who's written them. Like if it's Brill or like a Brill, it's so expensive. Who can afford that? Like I can afford like one of those books, not the 300 book, but you know what I'm saying? I can afford like an expensive book every so often, but the amount of books that I like to read, I'd be spending like thousands of dollars a month on freaking books. And I just feel like sometimes, that's a lie. Derek absolutely talks about this stuff. Neil talks about it. There's several other people who do discuss these kind of mythological topics, but you know what, Derek did ask me, good to see you, Dog Stroll, and he did send me an email. I haven't checked to see if he emailed me back or not because I'm kind of terrible at that. And I think that he's super, super busy. So I don't expect him to get back to me. I will check and see if he's emailed me back. I just forget where he emailed me, which email. But I should do that. So yeah, I want more people to enjoy the Bible, but not necessarily for the religious reasons. Like you can take the cool stories or the ones that you like, and you know, if you choose to find a moral in them, sure, fine, whatever. But I think you should just enjoy them for the historical sense. You know, a little snippet of history preserved for, I mean, not perfectly, of course, it's not inerrant, but isn't that freaking cool? A window of time just open to us like that. That's how I want people to respect and appreciate the Bible. Not be fanatics about it and try to run a country on it. Boo to that. Boo, boo, boo. Since I'm here, is there anything any of y'all wanted me to talk about? Anything in my videos in particular that you like? Yeah. Or that you think I should do a better job with explaining? Because, you know, I'm just an enthusiast, obviously. I'm not some kind of scholarly or college educated person. High school grad. Nothing wrong with that. Just saying that I have a lot of learning to do. But if there's any questions or any constructive criticisms, that's okay too. I don't mind constructive criticisms. Just don't be a meanie. I'm sure. I don't know if y'all. My patience is about. My patience is up to. I have no patience. Every once in a while, I will be popping off at people in the comment section. Because I just, you know, there's one thing if you have a question, like, okay, well, Ryan, you said ABCD. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd like to see some proof, or can you tell me where you got that? Of course. Question what you hear, of course. But I had somebody come at me the other day, said, oh, she hasn't answered me back, so obviously she's lying because I said that Asherah can be found in the Bible. It was one of those like quick, like 10-second videos that you don't talk or really do anything. It's just like meant to pull you in. It's whatever. They're just like fucking little shit videos, throwaways. And people want a goddamn dissertation in a video. Like, chill. Like, I have a whole freaking list of videos that I make about this subject. A quick Google search will probably answer your question. Anywho, although you can't necessarily trust Google because a lot of times you get the wrong answer or misdirected anyhow. But just say the rudest things to me and insult my intelligence, how I look, all kinds of stuff. Like, you know what? I'm not going to be nice to you because I don't have to. I don't have to take that. I don't deserve that. You don't have to like my content. You don't have to like me, but you don't have to be mean. So you certainly can just scroll. And if you do want to comment and say you disagree, then you can say that. Don't have to cut me down. That's mean. Yeah, a lot of them are just, a lot of them are simple Google scholars. They go, well, Google says this is what it is. Okay. And Google says a lot of different things that aren't necessarily true because people can pay to get something moved up to the top. And a lot of the information I found is super duper biased because people are writing their books and papers and articles and everything based on trying to prove the Bible is true instead of, again, doing it for the love of learning information. They have an agenda. Bree. Hey, Bree. How you doing, baby? Oh, I thought you meant they're Google scholars because some people really are just Google scholars. Oh, positive vibes. Is this chat room only open when there's a live stream? Nope. It's open 24/7. I just try to remember when I'm live to let everybody know that we do have the chat. But again, it's not always active. Sometimes it's popping, not all the time. The way you drink. Yes. I bet you get, do you get them all the time, Vern? Do people like say just, I think people see a person on social media and we're so used to celebrity people who are trained to be in front of a camera, to ask questions, etc., which is something people might think like, oh, okay, well, you're Jehovah's Witness, you were kind of trained to be in front of people. That's preaching, and it was only for 5 minutes. But when we make these videos, I think people just assume you're some kind of celebrity. I'm not saying I'm celebrity. I am not saying that. I think that of myself. But they just assume that anything goes, and not anything should go for a celebrity either. But at least they're getting paid, and there's a big difference. They have a huge fan base. Whereas sometimes I'm out here swinging and missing in the comments trying to protect myself because some jerk is trolling me. Well, I don't let people troll me. I don't care about that. Okay, so is Israel and other names that end with L about L? Yeah, so let me take a sip of water, sorry. Yes, Vern. All the time. I'm like, I want to engage with people about I want people to ask me questions and say, well, why do you say this? Or why do you say that? Or could it be this? Or could it be like, I enjoy that kind of discourse. Don't attack me. Talk about the content. Damn it. Okay, so Israel and other names that end with L about L. Yeah, so theophoric names, and Israel just means, I think it just means to wrestle with God because was it Jacob who wrestled with God? I'm pretty sure it was sorry about the I had to, like, think for a second. I'm pretty sure that it was Jacob who wrestled with God, and so he renamed him, which is kind of like a seems to be some kinda ancient Near Eastern thing, or maybe it's just a Hebrew thing, not sure, Canaanite thing. Oh, why, thank you. Just kidding. You're such a celeb that you only need one name like Cher and Madonna. Ryan. Ryan who? Don't know. Good to see everybody. Any other questions? Theophoric names. You know what I like about theophoric names, which I've found super interesting? I think that it is a clue into the context of the scripture. Let's say specifically back at what we call the patriarchs and supposedly this monarchic period with like David. There are so many people in the Bible around that time, around David, who have ballistic names. Now, if that don't say something, I I understand that Baal is a title and it does just mean Lord, but at that time, since the Israelites, the Hebrews were not monotheistic, those names were probably because the people in David's encampment in Solomon's court were worshipers also of Baal, because all these Canaanite deities at some point in time probably just like the tribes would work with each other but also clash, same with their mythologies likely, etc. So I love looking at the theophoric names to see if it gives me an inkling of what could be happening in the story. Anyway, I just think that's fun. I enjoy that. Justice for all. I know. I want to learn more about Dagon. I don't know that much about him. I think Neil from Gnostic Informant. I think Neil has talked a lot about Dagon, probably Derek as well. I haven't caught up on their chat. I've not been watching barely any YouTube recently. I've been a bad girl. I did find a new channel that I like. I think they're called Central. Farts. Let me look them up because I should give them a holler. Like they need me. They're like they probably have lots of probably have like several thousand followers. I don't know how many they have, but it's Central something. Center Place is what it's called. CENTRE. And I think they might be, I'm going to put it. Oh, why don't I put, you know what I should do? I should share, you idiot. Oh, they're live. Oh, darn, they're live and I'm missing it. Oh, poop. Should we all go over there? Why Paul Church is one. Oh, that looks really good. Hold on, I'm going to share with y'all. So that is Center Place. And I don't know if they're religious. This gentleman who's talking right now, if you decide to go over there, I think he's a Christian. I thought I heard him say that. I've only just started watching them, so I'm not really sure. But he seems very informed. He's very diplomatic. Um, I I forget which video what it's called. I think it was something to do with Asherah. That's what I just found recently, and I was over the moon with the video. Simply over the moon. I thought it was well put together, and I just liked how he answered questions with the people in the audience, and he's very engaging. Uh, yeah. So anyhow, there's that. If you all don't have any questions or anything, then I might actually get going and go watch because I'm interested in what he's talking about with Paul's churches and why they won out over James. Again, if you believe any of these people exist and whatnot. Um, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers. I'm like, I need to do more work. I haven't been putting that much work into my YouTube videos, so that's kind of my fault. But we're gonna get there. I have faith in myself. I can do this. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Love you, Bree. We're gonna have to hang out again because I had so much fun. So you let me know when you want to do something else. That would be awesome. And Dogs Drool, everybody else, thank you for coming. Y'all rock. Please don't forget to leave a like if you don't mind. And yeah, I'm already in the chat room over there. So come say hi to me. All right, y'all. Love you. And don't forget to see us tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on Apostate Coalition, Apostate Weekly, and on James's channel, Former to Free. Any one of those. It's all the same show, but you can find us there. Love you guys. Thank you, Beck. Bye.